end of that though, what's happened globally, and particularly looking at the UK market, at the time of doing our last research report, 25% give or take of UK advisors were owned by private capital. Mm-hmm. Our research and our loose research showed that would be 30% by Christmas time. Do you think that's going to happen here, and what effect is that going to have on the market?
Yeah, I think it will happen here. I mean, it's happened, I think, in all professions. A mate of mine went to the US to be part of a roll-up of advertising agencies a few years ago. So it's happened in that professional services space. It's happened in dentists. It's happened in medical clinics. It's happened in political lobbying firms around the globe. Have seen private equity come into them. Look, I think it will. I think there's a downside to that straight out private equity, and I want to make a big distinction here between what we're doing in terms of bringing private capital into the space within our network and what that traditional private equity model is. And that is that our model with Invesco is the same as Merchant's model globally, and that is we only ever want to be in a significant minority position, Andrew. We're not trying to do one big roll up into a massive beast and then take an exit at some point. Both ourselves and Merchant, and therefore it's the same with Invesco, our joint venture here, operating businesses. They're permanent operating businesses as we're looking to long-term hold significant minority interests in a number of different businesses. Now, that's very different to the traditional PE model.
That look 5 years now.
Well, or 5 to 7 to 10 even. I mean, there is some patient private equity funds out there, and I know they'll all say that they're looking for a 5 to 7 year exit, but in a lot of cases that ends up being 7 to 10 years. But it's still that control model, if you like. Now, I'd say to you that in professional services, there's a big risk as an investor in that is going into control, because if you turn everyone into an employee and at the same time there's a shortage of those employees, then you risk them going and parking their car across the street for a few extra dollars, and their entire motivation being, where's my next increase? How much is my bonus this year? If they're not satisfied with it, they go and park across the street. And now we're back to who's going to sit in front of the clients and where's the value being created. So I think there's that risk. But even if you fix the inflow of advisors, I think, you know, it's a big stretch to go straight from a cottage industry into what I'd call mega firms. You know, the PwC sort of model of having hundreds and hundreds of partners or senior associates and so on. Well, it is, but the accountancy model evolved over a very long period of time, Andrew. It didn't go straight from being a cottage industry to being that overnight. And so I think our model, I've talked about the reasons it suits us. Ourselves and Merchant are operating businesses. We're not going anywhere. We don't want our capital back at any point in time. We've got liquidity in our business already ourselves. So